guys, Ashley Cheeks here. Today we're going to talk about your investor presentation, specifically your PowerPoint deck or some kind of public speaking boardroom style scenario that you may have for an investor. A lot of times people take their business plan and they kind of dump it into a PowerPoint and they say, this is, my business idea, this is my pitch. And the formats are two different purposes. So your business plan is meant to be read, it's meant to be evaluated, and it's meant to be analyzed at leisure. Your PowerPoint is different. Your pitch, your live in-person pitch is very, very different. A lot of times people take what they see on Shark Tank and they kind of use that as their baseline. There's nothing wrong with that as a starting point, but what you may not realize is that those shows are showing you an excerpt of a 2+ hour pitch. They're shortening it down for TV, but there's a lot more that goes into it, a lot more back and forth. Your pitch needs to be focused on strategy and on the numbers. A lot of times people tend to go into way too much detail about the team. They want to give a life story on how the business evolved, which is great to touch on, but it's important to be forward-looking and forward-thinking and not be hyper-focused on the past. So if you have a team of about 10 people and you're all about integrity and you're all about having a positive work culture and you are 100% dedicated to the happiness of your workforce, that's really, really good. That's important. Just make sure that you're touching it and moving on. Do not stay stuck on one topic unless the investors are specifically asking about it in more detail. You're going to want to dedicate enough time and enough attention to talking about how you're going to go to market with your idea and how it's going to generate revenue. Your presentation, your PowerPoint deck, that should be something that is an aid. It is not a script. It is not to be all-inclusive and a standalone document. It's just meant to give your audience a visual. Simple bullet points, maybe a picture here and there. Do not overwhelm it with text. Do not ever read from it. You should be able to glance at your PowerPoint and then go, oh yeah, my next speaking point is about how we're going to do this, and then talk about that. Do not use it as your guide. It's not an easy thing, and this is something that is a problem with individuals, with public speakers, with corporate meetings, you name it. If you say the word PowerPoint, everybody kind of groans because they assume this is going to be a long, drawn-out, boring thing, and it shouldn't be. A PowerPoint pitch done right to an investor can be a really, really great thing. If you are afraid of public speaking, or you get nervous, or you don't function well in front of people, you might think about bringing on board somebody or leveraging somebody on your team who is good at that. Sometimes presentation is everything, even in your body language and in the rate at which you talk and the impression that you give of the confidence of your own idea. So if you're standing in front of investors and you're just thinking about how nervous you are, and you're not paying attention to positive vibes you should be giving out or positive points of your business that you wanted to make sure that they came away with, you might self-sabotage without meaning it. So sometimes it's worth it to hire help with the presentation or simply have somebody else on your team handle the verbal presentation piece of it if it's not your strong suit. Most people are not really good at public speaking. It's okay. It just is a matter of numbers, but don't take that as a reason why you shouldn't pitch your idea to investors. If you're looking for money and if somebody has expressed interest and they are willing to listen to you, whether it's in front of a boardroom of just their peers, or if it's just one-on-one, or if it's in front of a huge pitching event where there's hundreds of people in the room, it's an opportunity. You have to take it. Even if it's uncomfortable, you need to get your idea out there and make sure that they understand the viability of it. Do not let your nerves get in the way of a great business pitch, and make sure that you pitch with confidence. And if you can't do that, then have somebody else do it for you.